We are counting down the 9 makeup brands mature women should avoid at all costs, and 3 that could actually transform your skin. From pro-level pigments that secretly highlight every wrinkle to luxury formulas with ingredients stuck in the past, this list separates what ages you from what rewinds the clock. Which everyday favorite is sabotaging your routine, and which brands are must-try game changers? Let's begin the countdown with number 9. MAC Cosmetics built its reputation backstage, crafting formulas for intense pigment and flawless coverage under harsh lights. But what works on a runway does not always translate to real life, especially for mature skin. Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, a staple since its 1994 launch, packs high levels of pigment and matte binders designed to hold up for hours. On skin over 40, that intensity quickly becomes a liability. Within 3 hours, the formula settles into fine lines and amplifies dryness, thanks in part to its alcohol-heavy blend. The result is not a blurred, youthful finish. It is visible pooling in every crease. Lips do not fare better with MAC's Retro Matte Lipstick line. The same dense pigments and rigid binders that create bold color also crack and separate on aging lips, magnifying texture instead of smoothing it. These products were never meant for skin that has lost some of its natural bounce. For mature women, pigment power comes at the cost of flexibility, and the evidence shows in every close-up. Estée Lauder's Double Wear Stay-in-Place foundation has become a staple in luxury beauty aisles, but its reputation for flawless coverage hides a serious flaw for mature skin. While the price tag suggests sophistication, the formula's chemistry often betrays women over 40. Within hours of application, Double Wear is known to oxidize, reacting with air and natural skin oils to darken and shift in tone. On textured or uneven skin, this creates a mask-like effect that looks unnatural in daylight. For many, the transformation is visible by midday, with color changes that cannot be corrected by powder or blending. Compounding the problem, Double Wear's heavy synthetic fragrance is a common trigger for irritation on thinning, sensitive skin, a concern that grows with age. Cosmetic chemists point to the long wear polymers and powders that lock pigment in place, but sacrifice comfort and flexibility. The promise of all-day perfection comes at the cost of skin health and self-confidence, especially for those seeking a natural finish. Maybelline's Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Foundation has become a go-to for anyone seeking affordable coverage, but the price of accessibility is often paid in skin texture. On mature faces, the talc-heavy formula magnifies every pore and fine line, creating a sharp contrast between smooth marketing claims and real-life results. In consumer panel imaging, pore visibility jumped by 25% after application, a number that is hard to ignore. The foundation's matte finish, designed to control shine, also dries out the skin's surface, making natural texture stand out even more. Concealers from the same line promise a flawless under eye, but for women over 40, the first creases appear just 45 minutes after blending. Reviews from women in their 50s echo the same frustration. What starts as a fresh look quickly turns into a roadmap of lines and shadows. While Fit Me delivers for teens and 20-somethings, mature skin is left exposed, with every smile and blink bringing new evidence of the formula's limits. For those hoping to stretch a beauty dollar, the hidden cost is written all over the face. Revlon stands as a classic name in American beauty, but its formulas remain stuck in a different era, one where heavy waxes and fillers were the secret to so-called timeless wear. For mature skin, that old-school approach spells trouble. Color Stay Foundation, a staple since the 1990s, relies on a dense blend of waxes and film formers meant to lock pigment in place. On skin that has lost elasticity, those ingredients do not just sit on top. They grab on to every dry patch and flaky zone, creating a cakey, uneven look within just 2 hours. Dermatologists point to increased transepidermal water loss when wax-heavy formulas are applied to thinning skin, stripping away what little moisture remains and leaving behind visible texture. The problem extends to Revlon's iconic lipsticks, which settle deep into vertical lines almost instantly, drawing attention to creases rather than smoothing them out. While the branding leans on nostalgia and promises of ageless glamour, the reality for women over 40 is a finish that highlights every sign of dryness and age. In the world of modern makeup, formulas that cling and cake simply cannot keep up with the needs of mature complexions. Urban Decay built its name on rebellion, bold colors, matte finishes, and formulas that promise to stay put through anything. But for women with mature skin, that signature edge comes at a high price. The All-Nighter Foundation, a bestseller in the long wear category, is engineered for a flat, shine-free look that holds up under club lights and city heat. On aging skin, though, the effect is less rockstar and more washed out. Without hydrating ingredients to balance the heavy matte powders, natural luminosity disappears within hours. Makeup artists who specialize in mature clients warn that All-Nighter's formula leaves skin looking dull and lifeless, especially after a full day's wear. The loss of glow is not just about color, it is about the way light bounces off healthy, hydrated skin. With Urban Decay, that bounce is gone. Their eyeshadows, famous for vibrant pigment, also highlight every bit of lid texture. On crepey eyelids, powder formulas cling to fine lines and exaggerate any unevenness, turning what should be a soft wash of color into a spotlight on aging skin. For mature women, Urban Decay's commitment to edge means sacrificing the radiance and flexibility that healthy skin needs. L'Oreal's global reach puts its formulas in millions of makeup bags, but mass appeal comes at a cost for mature skin. The infallible Pro Matte Foundation, a bestseller in drugstores, is built for long-lasting coverage and oil control. On aging skin, that promise turns into a problem by midday. Time-lapse wear tests reveal that the formula settles deeply into smile lines and forehead creases, with wrinkle depth increasing by up to 15% before the afternoon. The culprit lies in the ingredient list. Heavy doses of silicone create an artificial smoothness that does not move with expressive faces, while synthetic fragrance is a common irritant for thinner, more sensitive skin. Silicone in heavy doses can feel rigid and unmoving on mature texture. Dermatologists warn that occlusive silicones can overload the skin's barrier, trapping heat and moisture in some areas while leaving others parched. The result is discomfort, redness, and makeup that looks less like a second skin and more like a mask. For women over 40, the trade-off is not just about finish. It is about daily irritation and accentuated lines that no powder or setting spray can hide. In the world of mass-market beauty, mature skin too often pays the price for formulas built to please the widest crowd. Too Faced has built an empire on playful palettes and pastel packaging, but the formulas inside tell a different story for mature skin. Born This Way foundation promises a radiant, flawless finish, yet for women over 40, the results often go sideways before lunch. In controlled oxidation tests, the foundation's pigment shifted by a color difference of more than 4 units within 90 minutes. That change is visible even in natural light. What starts as a promising match quickly turns into an awkward shade, mismatch, that cannot be fixed with blending or powder. The trouble does not end there. Too Faced's concealers, known for their creamy texture in the tube, reveal their true nature within an hour of wear. Viscosity tests show the formula is so thick it increases crease depth under the eyes by over 20%, locking into every line and fold. The brand's marketing leans on inclusivity and fun, but the reality for mature users is a formula that highlights what most women hope to blur. Underneath the cute exterior, Too Faced delivers a double punch of oxidation and creasing, problems that no amount of whimsical branding can hide. For skin that has earned its character, these formulas only exaggerate the story. They do not smooth it out. Nars built its empire on color, the kind that pops in editorial spreads and high-definition cameras. But when pigment takes center stage, mature skin gets left in the wings. The Radiant Longwear Foundation, a bestseller since its debut, promises a luminous finish that holds up for hours. Yet by midday, moisture readings tell a different story. Moisture levels drop by as much as 20% after just 4 hours of wear, leaving skin that started out fresh looking flat and parched by afternoon. The formula's dense pigment load, designed for maximum coverage, does not flex with skin as it moves. Instead, it dries down quickly and grips onto every patch of texture, making fine lines and dry areas stand out even more. Blushes from Nars, especially the famous powder formulas, take this effect even further. Under a microscope, adhesion tests show these blushes grab onto uneven skin, clinging to texture instead of blending smoothly. For women over 40, that means what should be a healthy flush often turns into a patchy spotlight on every bump and pore. The brand's wide range of shades and finishes amplifies the problem. No matter the color, the formula's pigment-first approach leaves little room for the flexibility mature skin demands. Makeup artists recommend blending with a damp sponge or adding a drop of facial oil. But even these tricks cannot fully offset the formula's tendency to highlight imperfections. Nars may deliver drama on camera, but for real life, its pigment-packed products can rob mature skin of its natural softness and glow. Huda Beauty's Faux Filter Foundation has become a sensation for its ultra-full coverage, promising a flawless, airbrushed finish that looks perfect on camera. But for real-world mature skin, this formula is the ultimate trap. The texture is thick, loaded with dense powders and film-forming silicones, creating a mask-like layer that refuses to move with your face. In laboratory wear tests on women over 45, wrinkle depth increased by more than 30% within just 60 minutes of application. Each smile, laugh, or frown pushes the rigid foundation deeper into expression lines, amplifying every crease instead of blurring them away. The problems do not stop at the foundation. Huda Beauty's concealers, built for heavy-duty coverage, crease aggressively under the eyes, often within the first hour. On skin that has already lost some elasticity, these formulas settle fast, locking into crow's feet and under-eye folds. Time-lapse imaging under high magnification reveals a powder-heavy finish that exaggerates texture, making fine lines and dryness impossible to ignore. For mature women, the daily reality is a foundation that feels tight, looks cakey, and draws attention to every sign of aging. The promise of Instagram-ready perfection falls apart under natural light, where heavy pigments and matte binders turn soft skin into a canvas of cracks and patches. Huda Beauty was engineered for dramatic, filtered looks, ideal for photos, but punishing for skin that needs flexibility and hydration. Out of all the brands in this countdown, Faux Filter's unforgiving formula stands out as the most severe offender. For mature skin, it is not just unflattering, it is daily damage in a bottle. IT Cosmetics changed the game for women seeking makeup that actually supports mature skin. From the start, they're your skin but better. CC Plus Cream was designed with real skincare benefits in mind, not just coverage. The formula blends collagen and peptides, two essentials for maintaining elasticity and smoothness as skin ages. Instead of sitting on top or sinking into lines, CC Plus Cream flexes with every smile and expression. Clinical hydration tests show a 15% boost in skin moisture just 4 hours after application. Dermatologists back these claims, pointing to the way peptides help plump and blur the look of fine lines, while the creamy texture resists creasing, even on drier complexions. In side-by-side wear tests, women over 40 reported zero settling into wrinkles and a comfortable, hydrated feel that lasted through a full day. The coverage is buildable, so you can adjust from sheer to full without ever looking cakey. For mature skin, IT Cosmetics offers more than just a cosmetic fix. It's care and confidence in one tube. Jones Road's What the Foundation stands apart for one simple reason. It moves with your face, not against it. Created by Bobbi Brown, who built the brand specifically for women who want makeup to look and feel like skin, this cream-based formula offers a texture that flexes through every smile, laugh, and conversation. In an 8-hour panel test with women aged 45 to 70, the foundation scored below 5% on the cakey scale, even after repeated facial expressions and long days. Instead of locking into lines or sitting on top of dry patches, the emulsion melts into the skin, adapting to changes in temperature and movement. The result is a finish that stays fresh and natural from morning to night, with no visible settling even after hours of wear. Brown's philosophy is simple. Mature skin deserves formulas that respect its changes, not formulas that try to erase them. For women who want coverage that feels invisible but delivers real results, What the foundation offers a flexible, breathable option that puts comfort first. Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation offers a different path for mature skin, one that puts long-term health and natural radiance first. The formula is built on a base of hydrating botanicals and skin-friendly actives, including niacinamide, squalane, and aloe. Each ingredient is chosen for its ability to support barrier strength and promote smoothness without adding weight or clogging pores. Instead of masking skin with thick pigments or drying powders, this serum foundation delivers a breathable layer that adapts to the skin's needs throughout the day. Wear tests with women over 50 show a consistent pattern. After 8 hours, the foundation remains flexible, with no visible settling into fine lines or wrinkles. In fact, user diaries and reviews highlight a lasting, dewy glow that holds up through daily activity, even in challenging conditions. For those who have struggled with matte foundations that accentuate dryness or texture, Ilia's approach is a welcome relief. The finish is luminous but never greasy, and the coverage can be built up or sheared out depending on the day. Consumer feedback points to a clear preference. About 80% of mature users report favoring a natural, radiant finish over flat matte. With True Skin Serum Foundation, the focus shifts from hiding imperfections to enhancing skin's real beauty, making it a favorite for women who want their makeup to work with them, not against them. Across all 12 brands, one truth stands out. Most makeup giants still ignore the real needs of mature skin. Heavy pigments and drying formulas dominate shelves, but true innovation means flexibility, hydration, and respect for aging faces. For millions of women, beauty isn't about hiding age, it's about embracing it. The right formulas finally prove that mature skin deserves better. Share your experiences below. What has worked for you?